There's your sighting for the next vehicles, and then I'll make space where I'll sketch here next, but I'll be on channel 1.
Problem, thank you.
Thanks, Paul. So just a bit of a radio thing to sort out as well. But yeah, she's absolutely stunning. Safari female was one of the leopards that in my early days of guiding here at Djuma was very active, generally speaking, in the Western Gari area. Often saw her around Boyatella, around where our camp is now, Gari Wartol, and then over time she's migrated slightly to the west. So it's a leopard that personally as well has got great memories for me. Had spent many hours with her and some of her other youngsters as well, some of the leopards that aren't around anymore. I know a while back we also saw her briefly. Oh, look at that face. So it is really magical seeing her again. Thank you, Alex. Oh, just going to sit here for a bit. Another game drive vehicle on its way, so we won't have too much time, but absolutely magic. Finding her this morning as well, earlier, like I said, the guys did see the carcass around. She'd gone off maybe to find a drink of water, maybe to go move around a little bit. And she's back. Quite an old female. We gave her a background a while back. Also, Rexon has obviously known this female incredibly well. He's known her for many years. Her at about the age of 13, which is quite old for a leopard. She hasn't been breeding in the last year or two. But she's still in very good condition. Considering her age, she's still very healthy and beautiful, and also has managed to survive without struggling, even with just the one eye. Again, we mentioned it last time, but I'm sure many of you are wondering again some of her history. She lost that eye, the right-hand side eye that just sort of used to be opaque. Now it's got a bit of red as well. She lost that in a fight with a male leopard, actually. Again, Rexon knows the details of it more. With a male called Shuvati. A leopard that used to be around here back some years ago. Shuvati meaning scar. He is an incredible leopard as well. Had a massive area that he roamed through. Photographed him many times, and I would never ever have called him a pretty leopard, but he certainly had a sense of presence about him. And that's where the eye injury came from for Safari. Look at how her ears are working. If you just watch that face, just feel what she's thinking, what she's going through. She's tucked in behind the grass there, protected from the breeze that's a little bit cool, but very alert. She knows that there's meat here that's now been here for a while. That's literally how we saw and how we smelt it. Look at those ears working. She knows that potentially that's going to attract something that maybe might not be that wanted for her. I'm surprised that the food is still on the ground, but again, Safari, like Karula, her daughter, is not that particular about putting her food up in a tree like a lot of leopard are. Abel again. So just check the radio again. Yeah, for now, just checking. So I just came back onto this channel quick on my other radio. You still coming on 4?
I'm still coming.
Alright, sharp. I'm back on channel 1. Just while she's listening and checking, there's a bit of a breeze as well. Always a bit of rustle in the grass makes animals a bit more alert. Just give you an idea of where we're sitting. We're right in the very far western edge of the area that we move around in. And even though she didn't take the food up into a tree, she has sort of stashed it a little bit. Look there, just under the tree, she tucked it in. Actually, we saw some of it last night. She pulled it in there and she was busy scraping some grass and cover over it. Actually more exposed now than it was last night. You can see the ribs there. It's also hidden from vultures, things like obviously a vulture species back and so on, but also battaliers, tawny eagles, quite a few of your other raptors that scavenge quite a bit. If she's tucked it away well enough and hidden it well enough, the scavengers from the air won't spot it, and that'll also attract less attention. If you suddenly have vultures and things flying and circling down, then that can attract other big things on the ground that potentially will steal the food from her. Let's have a last look at her. Funny, I just looked over at the monitor and you're already there. We'll put in a book. Same page, yeah? Something we've known for a long time. Thanks, Alex. Guys, we're going to give a quick look. We're going to have to move up to the other game drive vehicle, but just to look at the carcass again. Look at the foot actually. The back feet are already difficult to see. Just in the grass there, you can just make out a little bit of those black tufts on the back of the legs. So impala carcass. Let's have a quick last look at the leopard again, and then we're going to make a space here for the game drive vehicle. Yeah, I'm pulling out in 1 minute. We're just having last quick booga and you can take the spot. Alright, that's Safari female. And there's still a bit of meat left there. I'd say there's a small chance. I wouldn't say a big one. I'd say maybe 10-20% chance that she might be around tonight. But seeing her again and slowly just getting to know a little bit more about her. Like I said, Karula's mother, she's got a lot of history in this area. Let's move along a little bit. We're going to head slowly back towards camp, quarantine direction, see what we find. Oh, look at that face.